What is your outlook as we're moving into 2020? We have an election coming up. Like, how feasible is it that this is actually going to pass, where banks are going to have this safe harbor so they can, which some of them already are, banking cannabis, right? As more states continue to legalize marijuana in some form. How optimistic are you that something like the Safe Banking Act would pass?
So the Safe Banking Act recently passed in the House in September of this year. Getting through the Senate is going to be a completely different thing, because I think it's does not have as much traction as it did in the House. Whether or not it passes in 2020, I don't think it will, or at least I don't think it will be brought up for a vote. You have a critical election year. I don't think that they want to vote on something that is as controversial as this act would be. In addition, regardless of your political bent, I don't think the president is 100% on board with this act as it stands now. So it may take a change in administration for there to be movement on that. Either way, I'm a very optimistic person when it comes to this area. I don't really see that there's going to be a changing of the tides. We already have 33 different states that in one way or another have already approved this. The District of Columbia has already approved this. States see this as a potential source of new revenue when they see their federal revenue being reduced on a year-to-year basis. So anything that can create additional revenue for the states is a good thing. And for example, in New York and New Jersey, they are currently contemplating legalizing recreational marijuana in order to create a deeper tax base for the states. And in addition to, for example, demographic flows, you have a lot of people leaving New York and New Jersey because there's so much tax and everything else. This creates a nice cushion for those states to be able to withstand those demographic movements to other states like California or Florida or Texas, and still be able to provide the same level of services. So overall, I think over time, the vast majority of the states will approve this. And as you have all these states approving it, there's going to be a lot more pressure on the federal government to do something to standardize the law across the land. And there definitely will be probably a revisiting of the scheduling of marijuana as a Scheduled I drug, but all that takes time. My best guess is probably by 2030, we would see a federal kind of relaxation on marijuana from a descheduling perspective, because you have to move it off of the schedule as Schedule I drug into something else for it to really take hold on a federal level from a legality standpoint.